Don't know if I'm going to get copyright strike for showing this clip, but this is Vlad NCL right here. Vlad NCL was recently attacked while streaming by this guy right here. Now, I'm going to show you the clip. Hopefully I don't get copyright striked, but Vlad NCL commonly was on Omegle. Firstly, you'd see the pretty girl, and then Vlad would do the deeper, I am actually a man voice kind of thing going on there. And Vlad enjoys dressing like this and enjoying the makeup and things of that variety. And this person was encountered by a very pretty woman, and then this is what happened.
Luis, eh? How old are you?
23, yeah.
23, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm 20. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Natalie.
Natalie, yeah?
Yeah.
Where you going now, Natalie?
I'm going to the bars.
Going to the bars. How many views we got? Oh, famous, yeah?
A little. Just a little, yeah.
Oh, what are you going? Are you going home tonight?
Sorry, what?
You want to come home with me tonight?
Oh, no.
Are you a boy or girl?
I'll let you guess. Oh, fuck, bro, chill. Bro, chill. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Bro, shit.
So that's what happened with the entire situation. Now, if I can't show this clip, if I can't show it, just know that I will put a link to the stream and a time code in the top comment. Just want to point out if I can't show it. So I'd like to talk about this because I've seen a lot of opinions about this whole situation. People saying Vlad shouldn't be going out dressing like a woman and trying to rage bait people and all this other stuff and doing that variety, which I want to point this out. I do think Vlad gets paid a lot for doing this kind of content, and I think there is a very vocal minority of people that are very angry about this entire thing. And I gotta say that this is the reality for trans people. This is the reality for trans people. Vlad isn't actively making things significantly worse because it was already really, really bad, and it has been bad for a while. I want to point this out too. This is also very important. I'm going to say this. Trans people are constantly told that the dangers they face are exaggerated, that whatever fear they have is manufactured, that the discrimination is made up, the threats are very overblown, they're not getting death threats all day. Then every time those dangers are put on display, people react in ways that prove the point. Showing what trans people go through is not creating the danger. The danger already exists. That's it. Now, this is important. Vlad is not trans. As far as I know, Vlad is not trans. From what I understand, Vlad is just cross-dressing and doing this for content and all this other stuff. But also, Vlad enjoys dressing and cross-dressing. Vlad has stated multiple times that he enjoys cross-dressing. From what I understand, that's what I grasp. But showing what trans people go through is important. The outrage, the harassment, the threats, the obsession, and the anger all demonstrate exactly what trans people have been saying for years. Right? For years. There was even a moment on Twitter where Vlad was hit up by one of the Tate brothers, and then the Tate brothers said that they didn't hit up Vlad. It was a whole thing. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, Vlad NCL. Today I woke up to a message from Tristan Tate. The funniest part that a few minutes after I responded with the most average reply to see what he would say next, he probably realized, unsent, and blocked me. I officially Vladimir Tristan Tate. I wouldn't even post this if he didn't block me. It's the block that makes it funny. So this was not Tristan Tate. You're beautiful. Do you live in Dubai? And then, hey, thanks, but no, but I sometimes visit. So that's the whole thing there. This was it's like a whole thing on Twitter for a long time. And then Tristan Tate ended up denying it, saying, somebody else got to my account. It's not my actual account. I don't run these accounts. It was very, very, very interesting. Now, say what you want about Vladimir's content overall. You got Vladimir, oh, it's actually a guy, whole thing there. Exposing the realities, I don't think makes it completely a bad person. Now, do I think it's kind of disrespectful to essentially be a trans trender, kind of essentially cross-dressing and trying to get people with gotchas? Yeah, I think that's not very healthy. I don't think that's very conducive to anything. I think that doesn't do anything good. It does make them a little bit irresponsible, a little bit. It shows the world that how people respond to trans existence, though. I think that's also important. It shows how quickly a conversation can turn hostile. It shows that. And Vlad can take a punch, which is great. It shows that. It shows that trans people are being attacked just for being trans or just existing. That's what the reality is. Is Vlad a trans person? No. Is Vlad showing what happens to trans people? Yes. It shows how many people are willing to attack, mock, shame, or dehumanize somebody for simply existing in a way that they do not understand. If the response to visibility is hostile, then the hostility is the story. The visibility did not create the hostility. The hostility was already there. You just put a camera in front of it. That's what it is. The issue is what the camera is capturing. And I always hear the religious argument. It's always so fascinating. You are going against the body God made for you. The assumption is that the body is the only thing that God made. If you believe God made the person, then also God made the brain. If the brain is telling them something is wrong, then now we have, a three-body problem. The body says one thing, the brain says no, the person is stuck in between, trying to figure out, make sense of both things. Which part of God's creation do you ignore, the flesh or the mind? What do? The faith that celebrates miracles suddenly becomes rigid when it comes to this. It's so staggering when you really think about the Bible for like 6 seconds, right? A dude split a sea in half. A giant ark carrying animals through a worldwide flood. Angels existing. Demons existing. Jesus turning water into wine. Resurrection. Eternity. Divine intervention. Supernatural transformation. Entire faith traditions built around the idea that profound change is possible. Then suddenly, the idea that a human can change to become who they feel they truly want to become is unbelievable. Are you insane? That's crazy. What was crazy? It's being trans, gay, queer is dangerous. When I was growing up, this is a fun little aside here. When I was growing up, my mom hated the fact that I like guys. She was so pissed. She didn't even know it at first. She was very confused by it. So let me explain what happened. I brought home a white girl. First. She said, "Don't bring home any white people in my house." I said, "Oh, didn't know we weren't supposed to do that." So my thought was that I was bringing a white person and a girl. So I brought home a black guy. And she was very happy. Me and this black boy, I was clapping this brother's cheeks. It was crazy. It was so nuts. I was younger. Life was good. And then she walked in on me going buck wild on his booty cheeks. And then she said, "What? I didn't know you guys were doing that." And I said, "Well, I can't bring home a white girl, so I brought home a black guy." The complete opposite. She was defeated. She hit me across the head. She tried to kick me outside the house. It was crazy. Said she wasn't my mother. It was horrifying. That's what happened. That's the reality of what's going on. Then my dad was very happy about it. He said, "Yeah, my boy's on top." High-fived me. It was crazy. It was nuts. Very strange way. I think the real danger, besides what Vlad is doing, the danger comes from the prejudice, hatred, exclusion, and fear. It comes from people deciding that somebody else's identity is a problem that must be solved. That's the issue. That's the problem overall. This is why showing those dangers is not some net evil. This is documentation. It's reality. It's evidence. People cannot understand what others go through if they never see it. They cannot claim discrimination is imaginary while simultaneously demonstrating the very behavior being criticized. I hear the arguments confuse me. What if somebody questions who they are, right? And that response raises a different question entirely. What exactly are you implying? If someone says a trans woman is a woman, then why does the conversation immediately shift towards treating her as something separate? Why does the language change? Why does the standard suddenly move? It's so many assumptions being made, but this is a taste of reality. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, it's emotional, it's complicated. The experiences of trans people do not become less real because somebody finds them inconvenient. The hostility does not disappear because somebody refuses to acknowledge it. What Vlad has done is shown the dangers that happen to trans people. I'm going to organize my thoughts a bit better as opposed to ranting. Give me a second. I got to clear my nose. Trans people exist. That's the whole crime. That is the entire indictment. Not theft, not violence, not fraud, not harm. Existence. The sheer, unpardonable audacity of waking up in the morning and saying, "I am who I am," when you are who you are. When who you are makes certain people upset, that's a problem. For many years in my life, I've been black. Basically all of them. So, I've been black for a while, just to say. And as a black person, it has been horrible to exist and realize that people are uncomfortable by me just being around, me living, me talking. They think I'm violent, they think I'm angry, they think I'm gonna ruin lives, they think I'm gonna sleep with a white woman, right? Trans people are told constantly that whatever dangers they face are exaggerated. My whole life I've been told that my dangers I face are exaggerated. People aren't calling you slurs. That's like the 1800s. Nobody's saying that. No, that was last week. I got hate crimed actually because I was dressed gay. So I'm a double negative right now. I should be a positive math wise, but I'm a double negative. I'm gay and black. Well, bisexual and black. If you're bisexual, you're technically gay, but gay doesn't always mean bisexual. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. People say my fear is all made up. Discrimination is made up. All my threats are fake. All these statistics are lies. The tears are performative. And then we see Vlad. He shows up. He finally shows what happens, right? And I think attacking Vlad for showing the reality of what actually happens is bad. People are saying you're making it worse. You're creating division. You're exaggerating for attention. Why would you post this? What did you expect would happen? I will tell you what they expected. They expected to look at the danger and realize the danger was real. They knew that was happening. Like Vlad, he knew exactly what would happen, right? They knew it would happen. And I keep seeing people say, you make it worse for every trans person by showing that trans person people get attacked. If you are dressed like a woman and you sound like a man, you get ruined. People are going to beat you up. Some people don't believe you actually get beat up if that happens. You know that, right? Some people believe that you actually don't get beat up if that happens. Showing this is important. Showing this is important. I think it's very important to show this, right? I think people expected you to witness the harassment and ask yourself whose side you're on. Like this is really, really disgusting to me. The danger does not begin when someone presses record. The danger does not begin when someone posts a thread. The danger does not begin when a journalist picks up a phone. Trans people are always in danger because people are angry at them existing. That's it. That's it. Think of your body, right? Think of if you have cancer for a second, and then you tell somebody, well, God made the cancer for you. Or a cleft palate, a heart that beats wrong, a spine that curves too far, a pancreas that doesn't know what the hell it's doing. God doesn't make perfect bodies. Not all the time. Sometimes we as humans have to correct that. I don't grasp it. If you believe God made the body, I say this all the time, God made the brain. The same incomprehensible, miraculous, terrifying act of creation. If you're Christian and you really believe in your whole Bible, a whole truth, then you can't believe in medicine at all. You can't. A donkey spoke in the Bible. A man lived inside a whale. The dead rose up. The universe spoke existence into itself from absolutely nothing. The impossible is not the problem. Miracles are not the problem. The problem people have is a trans person saying, I need to become who I actually am. That's your problem with this whole thing. It's so inconsistent. It's very, very inconsistent. The danger lives in the streets. The danger lives in a legislator. The danger lives in a doctor's office when someone gets turned away. The danger lives in the homeless shelters where someone gets beaten. The danger lives in the family dinner table when someone gets disowned. The danger lives in all the places where trans people are forced to exist while the people around them decide consciously or unconsciously that their existence is an inconvenience at best and an abomination at worst. When you show that danger, when you show what's happening, people get angry. Why? Why? This is what's happening. The reaction reveals the assumption. The assumption is that trans women are not real women. Trans men are not real men. That they are pretending at best. That's what it is. They are intruders, invaders, deceivers, wolves in sheep's clothing, men with an agenda. Nobody says that out loud anymore because it sounds ugly even to the person who believes it. They say it online behind these forums. This is a taste of reality for trans people. This is what people keep trying to dismiss. The mess, the discomfort, the emotion, the complexity, the moments where you do not know what to say, the conversations where you step on your own tongue, the friendships that crack and heal and crack again. This is what being alive actually feels like. Trans people are not asking for a world without difficulty. They are asking for a world where the difficulty does not include getting murdered for using the wrong bathroom. When you show the hostility, you show what's happening, you get the important parts. That's what it is. This is a kindness, sadly, to show the world. I'm happy this was documented and shown, because it showed people what the reality of the world is. It's gross, it's sickening, and I hate it. If you have different thoughts about Vlad or wish to educate me, I'm always willing to be educated. So go ahead and educate me. I'm always willing to learn. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. And I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and night, be my lower low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you